everyone, my name is Elizabeth Herbel. Welcome to my webcam introduction. I've been an RN for 6 years. I've worked in acute care, long-term care, and skilled rehabilitation, the longest being in acute care. I'm in the education track within the MSN program. My capstone moment was when I was able to apply knowledge learned in previous courses to my capstone experience. I was able to apply Bloom's taxonomy to writing exam questions at different levels of knowledge. After graduation, I want to become a nurse educator in long-term care settings and a nurse educator in the bachelor's level program. I like to live by the platinum rule when caring for others and helping others learn, and the platinum rule is to treat others the way they want to be treated. I like motivational quotes by Eleanor Roosevelt. I feel that she really inspired others, and these quotes here inspire me as a nurse educator and as a nurse. For our own success to be real, it must contribute to the success of others. You must do the thing you think you cannot do. The future belongs to those who believe in the beauty of their dreams, and no one can make you feel inferior without your consent. I began my journey for my final project starting with the spirit of inquiry. And one of the Melnick articles posted this week talked about how the spirit of inquiry is the first step of the evidence-based process in nursing practice. So I worked in acute care, and there were residency programs and nurse mentors, and then I transitioned to a leadership role in long-term care, and I observed there weren't residency programs or nurse mentors, and it correlated to turnover rates and job satisfaction. So I began to wonder, why are there not these residency programs or nurse mentors in long-term care? And I began to do some research and determined the evidence is there for supporting residency programs in long-term care. So I wrote my PICOT question to state, in long-term care, new graduate and experienced nurses, how does implementation of nurse residency programs compared with no implementation of nurse residency programs affect nurse retention within 1 year of residency program implementation? So beginning with the population, when I submitted my post on the discussion board, I identified my population as long-term care residents. However, when developing my presentation, I thought about it and determined that I should change that to being the nurses. In long-term care, it can be a range of licensed practical nurses to associate or bachelor's prepared nurses. The intervention is to implement residency programs in long-term care. Within the research, I was able to find evidence to support that residency programs in long-term care improve retention and recruitment. They also improve interest in long-term care as a career in nursing and not just a stepping stone to the next level of nursing practice. The comparison would be not implementing residency programs in long-term care, which is the current practice in most long-term care settings. The desired and expected outcome would be the improved nurse retention and development of nursing career in long-term care. The time frame for evaluation would be the 1-year mark after implementing the nurse residency program, but also annually following each group of nurses. Evaluations can include the Likert Scale Anonymous Survey to assess nurse satisfaction, and not only for employment, but also of the residency program itself. Then the next one would be nurse competency exams upon hire and the comparison at 1-year completion of the nurse residency program. And the most important would be the nurse retention turnover rates and those three would determine the efficacy of the residency program in long-term care. Here are my references. Thank you for viewing my presentation. I look forward to viewing many of yours. Have a great spring break.